What's up, everyone? Movie Mania Nick here, or just Nick. As you can guess, I'm gonna go see another movie. Actually, this time it's gonna be a little different. This is gonna be an old classic movie. So I'm gonna see this movie, and I'm gonna do a little movie review for you. And I hope you guys enjoy it, because this movie I've actually never ever seen before. So this should be interesting. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the movie I'm gonna see, Some Like It Hot, which came out, I think, in 1959. It starred Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, and Jack Lemmon. So this should be interesting. Alright guys, so I just saw that movie, Some Like It Hot. That was from 1959. It starred Marilyn Monroe, Jack Lemmon, and Tony Curtis. And the director was Billy Wilder. I enjoyed this film. It was actually pretty good. It was kind of funny. Just how these two, actors. It was kind of like watching The Odd Couple with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. It was kind of like that in a way. It's almost the same thing, but between Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis in this film. The storyline was good, and I tell you, they don't make them like they do anymore. They don't make them like they do anymore. I mean, this is a film that had no CGI. I mean, it had their special effects, or what they could deal with special effects back in the day. The slapstick comedy humor type was excellent. The storyline was great. Just like I said, between the two characters, and Marilyn Monroe, of course, amazing. She was really good. And I like how the camera, it's like if they showed a picture of anybody else, like Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis, it was like it kind of dull with the lighting. But when they show Marilyn Monroe, I think it's in all her films, she just glows. Maybe it's just the way, because she was the actress and stuff. But overall, I recommend to see this movie. I enjoyed it. I was laughing. It was funny. It was a good movie. I like those old classic movies. And I want to give a shout out to Fathom Events that did this, and they're doing this all around the state and around the world, showing these old classic movies and other movies too. I think they have another one coming up next month, I think. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I might see that. I mean, I've seen it a lot of times, but just to experience in a movie theater. I mean, the ticket was like $15, but it was worth it. I liked it. But overall, like I said, if you can see it now on TV or AMC Classics or Demand or Netflix. It's on those channels or whatever. But I definitely recommend to go see this movie. You will enjoy it if you like the slapstick comedy humor. And now it's time for fun facts, and there is a lot of these fun facts. So just keep in mind and stay with me on this. Okay, it was voted #1 on the American Film Institute's list of 100 funniest movies of all time in 2001. The movie was adapted into a musical on Broadway entitled Sugar. Opened in 1972 and ran for 505 performances. The railroad passenger car that was used in the movie is now at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. It's called the Clover Colony. The first sneak preview had many audience walkouts. The studio offered advice to Wilder on what scenes to reshoot, but Wilder kept the movie the same, and next preview, audience stood up and cheered. There were stories of difficulty that cast and crew had with Marilyn Monroe. Her side-to-side eye movements clearly revealed she was reading her lines from a blackboard in the farewell telephone conversation to Tony Curtis. According to Curtis, Monroe was routinely 2 to 3 hours late to the set and occasionally refused to leave her dressing room. Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis first put on female makeup and costumes, they walked around the Goldwyn Studios lot to see if they could pass as women, and it worked. Marilyn Monroe was pregnant during the filming. The resort scenes were filmed at the Hotel del Coronado in San Diego, California. Tony Curtis's voice was dubbed by Paul Frees. Curtis confirmed it by saying it is a combination of his and Frees' voice because Curtis had trouble maintaining a high-pitched voice. In 2007, the American Film Institute ranked the movie as the number 22 greatest film of all time. It was voted number 14 on the AFI's list of 100 greatest movies. Included among the 1001 movies you must see before you die, edited by Steven Schneider. The premiere voted this movie as one of the 50 greatest comedies of all time in 2006. The film is included on Roger Ebert's greatest movies list. And finally, the now famous closing line, "Nobody's perfect," was actually never intended to make the final film. And as like I always say, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thanks for liking. There's a lot more to come, and I will see you guys later.